You are welcome to the presentation. This presentation is focused on the engine operation system, and it is part 12 of the engine fundamental educational material. The learning objective. After the presentation, the student shall be able to explain the lubrication system, explain the cooling system. Engine lubrication system. The mechanical parts of the engine are exposed to friction. The friction generates heat and wear of the mechanical parts. To maintain the service life of mechanical parts at most, the friction must be reduced. The reduction in friction and then heat and wear can be achieved by lubrication system. The lubrication system is accountable to supply the lubrication oil to the mechanical component of the engine. The lubrication system of a particular kind of vehicle is shown in this picture. The yellow colored thing are the oils which are flowing or circulating inside of the various engine mechanical components. The purpose of the lubrication system. The lubrication system is used to lubricate the engine parts. It serves as a cleaning agent. It serves as a cooling agent. And the lubrication system protects the component from corrosion. Engine oil. Engine oil, also called motor oil, is used to produce a lubricating film on the moving part in an engine. And the engine oil can be found with the different grades. The component of the lubrication system. The engine lubrication system diagram. So let's discuss the component, the oil pump. So the oil pump pours oil throughout the system. In the case of the lubrication system, the lubricating oil is located in the underneath or the bottom of the engine. So this oil cannot move without pump or without pressure acting on them. So the oil pump produces a pressure on the oil to enable it to move and circulate inside of all moving part of the engine. Oil pickup and strainer. The oil pickup and strainers which carries oil to the pump and remove large particles. Pressure relief valve. The pressure relief valve is usually located near to the oil pump, and its purpose is to limit the maximum oil pressure. The oil filter. The oil filter strains out impurities in the oil. So all dirt particles will be filtered out from the pure oil by using the oil filter. Oil cooler. In some models, the system uses oil cooler and this oil cooler cools the engine oil. So it provides cooling for the oil system. The oil pan reservoir, it stores the engine oil. Oil level gauge, it checks the amount of oil in the oil pan. Oil galleries are the passage through the engine. So in the engine, there are a passage made for oil, and they are called oil galleries. Oil pressure indicator, this unit is found and one is the operator of the oil level pressure. It is located in the dashboard. Oil pressure gauge, it registers actual oil pressure in the engine. Oil temperature regulator controls the engine oil temperature on diesel engine. Lubrication system service. The lubrication system needs periodic inspection and tests to keep the proper operation of the engine. An inspection for oil level, oil leakage, oil property, and pressure tests are the service requirement which indicate the condition of the lubrication system. Flushing the system. Manufacturers recommend periodic flushing of the engine lubrication system, including the crankcase, in order to help to prolong the service life of the engine. The object of flushing is to remove as much carbon, sludge, metal particles, dirt, and other foreign matter as possible. Before attempting to flush an engine, remove the filter element, clean the filter case thoroughly, and reinstall the cover. In the case of some modern engine using throwaway filter unit, you can use an adapter cover in place of the discarded filter unit. This is the tubston used to flush the lubrication system, and it is engine oil system cleaner. The next step preparatory to flushing is to drain the engine oil, making sure the engine is hot as when making a regular oil change. Then replace the drain plug and mix and pour the flushing compound into the engine. There are a variety of compounds available for flushing. The most flushing compounds common are mixed from the available materials at hand, such as diesel fuel, kerosene, or solvent mixed with an equal quantity of regular lubricating oil. It is also possible, so not normally recommended, to flush an engine with straight diesel fuel or kerosene, since both of these have some lubricating qualities. Don't, however, use a straight solvent. The compound used for flushing should be thoroughly mixed with in a container before it is being poured to the engine. Usually, the oil pan is overfilled by 15 to 25%. Flushing may also be accomplished with additive. This picture shows when the engine oil is drained out, and this picture shows when the engine oil is filled up. Lubrication system problem diagnosis. To troubleshoot our engine lubrication system, begin by gathering information on the problem. Ask the operator questions. Analyze the symptoms using your understanding of system operation. You should arrive at a logical deduction about the cause of the problem. The four problems that most often occur in the lubrication system are as follows: high oil consumption, oil must be added frequently; low oil pressure, gauge read low, indicator lights glow, or there are abnormal engine noise; high oil pressure, gauge read high, oil filters swell; indicator or gauge problem, inaccurate operation or reading. When diagnosing this trouble, make a visual inspection of the engine for obvious problems. Check for oil leakage, a disconnected sending unit wire, low oil level, damaged oil pan, or other troubles that relate to the symptoms. Engine cooling system. The combustion pressure produced in the power stroke builds a heat in the engine. The generator heat is capable to melt or damage the engine part if it is neglected. Therefore, there must be a mechanism to control the heat generated by combustion process to keep the engine working. The cooling system is shown in this picture. The internal combustion engine uses cooling system to remove the heat generated in the combustion process inside of the cylinder. The cooling system is accountable to keep the working temperature of the engine. The cooling system removes the heat from the engine coolant by using the radiator, fan and air. The different parts and the working principle is shown in this picture: the thermostat valve, the water pump. So this is the cooling system in a car. So the red color one is the hot, and the blue color is the cold coolant. So always the coolant which leave from the engine is hot, and when it passes through the radiator, the heat exchanges took place, and in the bottom part of the radiator we have a cold coolant. So this coolant enter back into the engine. So it's the circulation continue. So the engine temperature maintain. So the heat exchanges take place in the radiator. Component of the cooling system. The cooling system has the following component: radiator, fan, hose, thermostat, water pump. This picture, the two pictures, shows the different constructions of the cooling system. So we can study parts by part. Here the reservoir, the coolant recovery reservoir, and the radiator, the upper hose, the lower hose, the engine fan, and the thermostatic engine fan is installed on this type of design. And here we have a cooling system with additional features. Let's see: the upper hose, the lower hose, the radiator, the engine fan, the thermostat, and the water pump is also indicated here. And there is heat control valve and heater hose and the heater core, and this one is also the heat exchange device. And there is a sensor, and engine temperature sensor. So the warning light is sent to the dashboard unit. Testing and servicing the cooling system. The cooling system should be tested to keep the system in good operation condition. The following are the common cooling system tests and service to ensure the normal operation of the cooling system. The visual inspection. So the cooling system component on the whole unit should be visually inspected for any kind of damage and also leakage. The pressure test. The cooling system should be tested by the pressure tester or the cooling system pressure tester. Thermostat test. So the thermostat's operation should be tested to know or to detect whether the thermostat is working properly or not. The antifreeze test and flushing. So these all different type of tests should be carried out on the cooling system servicing. Thank you for watching this educational material. If you are interested, please share with your colleague. Thank you.